All right, guys, happy Sunday the 21st. This month is flying. Let me share my screen. All right. Tonight we are talking about step 6 through 10. What am I? I've got a little twang there. What's happening? I am excited about this topic, but I want to know, and I expect you on this call to be present and in the chat throughout. Okay. This is not a call where you just sit and listen and do something else when you're multitasking. So I ask you to be present and here, get your notebook out and be in the chat because I'm going to ask you questions as we go. Cool? Deal? All right. First things first, we're going to go through announcements, recognition, and then, of course, party time, because I consider growing our team and hitting big goals this year a party. So that's how I want you to go into this team call tonight. Cool? I should have made you get up and do the Barbie dance, but that's why I started with the Barbie song, because what else would you guys expect from me? All right, recognition. Throw your hands up. 2 weeks down of lava. Some of you 1 week down, totally fine. There is no right or wrong way to do it. If you've learned nothing about lava, you do it your way. So would love for you to share in the chat something that's a victory for you in the programs thus far. I believe every single one of us is doing it. So very, very proud of you guys. Blow up the chat, start sharing your wins. Also wanted to share, we're officially number 285 in the company. So we've been holding top 300 team for the past few months. And I am super duper proud of you. Every single one of you contribute to that when you stay on your Shakeology, when you help someone new, when someone gets energized, whatever is happening, you all contribute to that. And so give yourselves a pat on the back. Also wanted to shout out, I don't know if she's on yet, but Allie is officially number 99 on the Cancun leaderboard right now. Super proud of her and her team and proof that any single one of us can do that too. Also wanted to shout out Rachel hosted her first team event. I didn't know if you wanted to share a little snippet of how that went or anything real quick. I know I put you on the spot.
It was really good. It was actually my second one, but my first through Glow Digger community. It was great. It was just three other girls who live local. We got to know each other. We did like a body trivia, which was really fun. And I had to look up some of the answers, but we got to know like the trainers a little bit more, talked more about with supplements to kind of like quiz them to see if they actually know about them, which was really fun. Um, and then we just had some goodies. Like it made me make some crazy stuff with Energize and Hydrate. I made Energize and Hydrate gummies, you guys. It was so fun. And then like the Reese cup, like Shakeology Reese cups, I love them. And Eric is like asking for them to be in the freezer on standby all the time. So get comfortable with asking people to open your house, like talk about stuff and just have like fun foods.
Super proud of you, Rach, and thanks for correcting me. Local events are like the bread and butter of this business. I think for so many of us, we're like, I have to build everything online, but it's those true connections in person that can be help build really long lasting connections in your community. And that's what Rachel told me after her event. She's like, I can't wait now to have this person as a partner on our team because now I know her better. I know what her fears are. You just have those conversations more clearly. So very proud of you and can't wait to see you do the next one. Also wanted to shout out both Megans because they've been rocking, and also Rachel too this weekend. She was in the mountains, but they've been rocking traveling to Pennsylvania and Greece and still rocking Body Lava. So if anyone gives you an objection that they don't have time, you can say, well, actually, my teammate is in Greece rocking this program right now. And mic drop on that. Lastly, I wanted to shout out Danelle. She had our getting started right call and she's on tonight and super duper proud of you, girlfriend. All right. Announcements. In the chat, and again, if you were late on the call, this is a call you're going to participate on the chat. So I expect you to be present and participate because that's what we do on this team. Have you set your date for your next group? Do you have a deadline to it? And do you have a theme? Because that's what we covered on last week's call when Rachel led. So I want to know in the chat, have you set your date? Do you have a deadline? Do you have a theme? And if not, that's your homework when you get off this call. Also, the Summit virtual replays are up, I think, for 2 more days. So if you had a Summit ticket this year, you have access to all those replays in the back office. So make sure you do that. Summit tickets are still available. So if you haven't bought yours yet, you should do that. We are doing a partner preview party next Sunday. So I also encourage all of you to invite at least one person next week to our call to listen in, breathe belief into them. We're going to talk more about that tonight. And then this is the last 10 days to earn the top leader cruise coming up in October. I'm personally pushing very hard for that. So keep pushing me because I need y'all's accountability too. And then lastly, the Sure Thing Super Block is coming up in August, which I know Rachel also mentioned Amala's program. So we'll be sharing more about that over the next week. Any other announcements or any recognition anyone else would like to share before I jump in the call? You can just unmute. Going once, going twice. All right. So we're going to do a gut check. Bring up your chat real quick, and you're going to answer a few questions for me. Okay, just be honest. There's no judgment here, but this is totally us being a team and plugging in. Number one, have you today looked at my stories, Rachel's stories, or Allie's stories on Instagram? Okay. Second question, do you know what Autumn or Elise or Lacey posted today? Okay. Third question is, do you know what another partner on this team has shared today at all? Anyone? Okay. Last question is, are you where you want to be this month yet with your business goals? Okay. Love the honesty. So if the last answer was no, and any of the answers before that were yes, okay, you need to get off this call after we cover stuff tonight, and you need to mute other partner, body, upline stories, because I hate to tell you that all the information that I'm going to share tonight is that nobody on this team and you watching them is going to build your future team. I know, it hurts. It's a little tough love, but I'm starting off that way because I truly believe that all of you are so amazing and you have so much potential, but you spend too much time scrolling, looking at what other people are doing on social media instead of prospecting the people that can grow your team with you. And there is no reason, I'm not telling you guys to never support one another and never look at our stuff again. You can do that if the last question is, yes, I'm at my goals this month, right? And so, shout out to Allie, and she was very honest about that because we've worked on that for a long time. And for many of us, that's hard because we love the community, we love being connected, we love seeing what other people are doing. But I personally don't spend my time in my business looking at what other partners are doing. Number one, it takes away my voice and the thoughts that I have in my head that are going to connect me to the people that I want to work with. And number two, I love y'all, but y'all are already part of this team. So I'm going to go and connect and build you up and interact on your stuff after I did my business building activities. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. So let's dive into step 6 through 10 tonight. I wanted to start off after we got the little, rip the Band-Aid off. I also want to tell you there are no magical unicorns. August 10th is my 10-year anniversary, and I wanted to share just a couple tidbits, not to brag, but just to tell you that you can do this too, because I've done it. I'm a part-time partner. You guys know that. I work crazy. I have a crazy deadline this week that I'm very kind of internally trying to not stress about. But these are the facts. I've built almost $300,000 business with Body. Insert income disclaimer. Beachbody guarantees no level of income or success. It's all based on your hard work, diligence, and skill. I've built, actually, I checked myself, I think actually 6 diamonds in our downline, not all at the same time, but throughout the 10 years, I've helped mentor 6 or built them myself. I've achieved Success Club over 8 years at different times, and over 500 lives have been impacted on this team. None of that happened with just me. And that's why this call is so important, because it's very easy to be a challenger and check in and post your sweaty selfie and here's my shake and here's my tracker. That's cool, but that's not going to build your team. And posting and popping diamonds is not a thing. You can't go on social media and just post and think your team's going to grow. And for so many of us, we think that that's what happens, that we need to master how Instagram works. We need to master the perfect viral post. I've never had a viral post in my 10 years. I don't really care about that. I am not the master of social media, but what I am is consistent. So, a few questions and like thoughts to start this off. You, as the CEO of your business, have to set the bar for the team you want to have. So, do you know right now, for July 31st, what is the goal that you're working towards? Do you know what it is? Put it in the chat. Tell me what it is. What is the goal in your business that you're working towards July 31st? You have to lead the way. So if I didn't run team calls or show up on team calls, would you guys show up to team calls? Would you guys post in the body group? Would y'all get on Zoom? The answer is no, because I guarantee August 10th, 2014, nobody was on a team call, okay? Because there was no bot group and there was no Zoom. So if you want a team that's active and energetic and participatory, you have to first be that leader. You have to participate how you expect your team to participate. You have to take the action first. When are you working your business? If you want to grow an income, guess who has to do it first? The work, the power hours, the unsexy stuff behind the scenes. And show it and share with people how you're doing it, why you're doing it, setting the vision. And it has to be the story that's told over and over and over again. And I'm checking myself and saying all these things because I'm not perfect, right? There's been times, I mean, Allie has been with me for a long time. She's seen times where I am like, I'm on fire, let's do the damn thing. And there's seasons of life where I'm not. And guess what? My team reflects that. And that's okay. But if you want to go somewhere different, you have to do different. So if you want a team that achieves Success Club, guess what? You have to achieve Success Club. If you want a team that's building growth and new energy and excitement, you have to bring in that new blood. It's all, like Brendan says, it's all energy. It's contagious. When we have new partners coming in and new ideas flourishing and we're all showing up on Zoom, how does it feel in the morning when you log on to a full screen? It is like, woo, and I know Katie's like, she sets the tone. That girl is up and on at 5 a.m. And I give her all the credit in the world. And it's not fun to do that. That's not sexy, but that's leadership. And one day she's going to have a team of 10 5 a.m. girls because she's never going to stop doing that. Right. So you have to breathe belief into people around you. Who did you invite last? Who did you follow up with? Did you just send someone a message today and just remind them how special they are to you in your life? Those are the things that have built my business. It's not some magical, perfect invite that I came up with or like perfect posts that I had. It's the unsexy shit, excuse my French, that I do every day because I care. I truly want to make a difference in women's lives. And it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to do those little things. So I'm going to walk you guys through the steps tonight and share some things that I've done over the years. And hopefully you will implement one of these things you hear tonight because that's the homework of this call. Cool? All right. So I want you to review and reflect and just think about the last 5 steps Rachel reviewed last week. Whoopsie. Have you picked your plan? So in the comments, have you picked your plan? Have you set the details? It's kind of like what I just asked you. Have you announced your offer this week? Have you shared your own story? Have you filled up your inbox? And if the answer is to no of any of those, guess what you're doing when you get off this call? You're writing it down. You're making a list. You're putting the details in the group so we can hold you accountable. And you're having a post up. Cool? Easy peasy. All right, so step 6, keep 10 in play. Can you add in the chat if you watched 6 through 10 first and foremost? I would love to know that. So this is number 6, and this is something that I personally struggle with. I often am like, well, nobody's in my inbox because I've answered all the messages and nobody's coming to me and nobody's answering, and who am I supposed to invite? Anyone else? Anyone else? Connecting and communicating is really the key to building this list. You have to be interested in the people that you want to work with before you invite them. And what I mean by that is you have to ask questions you maybe don't care about. Like, where's that vacation home you went to? Tell me more about it. Where's that outfit you got? I'd love to know. I have this event coming up and it would be perfect. Or, oh my gosh, I saw your kid's birthday party decorations. I love them. Tell me where you got them. Like, stupid shit, guys. It builds the connection. And the 10 in play has to be people that maybe you are just about to invite because you've had enough rapport with them that you want to invite them. It's like if I saw Rachel on the street, I never met her in my life. She was walking past me. I go on my walks very often. And if I were to just walk up to her and I never met her in my life and I were like, hey, want to come join my accountability group? That'd be so awkward. So awkward, right? So we have to do these things on the side. Like I've been out before, and have you ever got complimented by your outfit and you're like, wow, that's so thoughtful. Like I really, that's so nice of someone. But in our heads, we're like, I don't know what to say on social media. You have to be a friend. You have to care about people. You have to connect. We all say we want to help people, but then when it comes down to it, are you doing the connecting? So how I come up with my 10 in play list, and anyone who tells you no and not right now, that's a different list, which you should track and you should keep in hold of because you could go back to them next month and invite them again. But people that are liking and commenting on your post, they can go on the list and start being connected with. People that are watching your stories, especially if you're like talking about your next group and sharing lots of details of it and they watch every video through, they go on the list. You have to give people the opportunity to interact. One of the things that was shared on the Power Hour this week was like a document, I can share it after this, of 100 questions that you can add as polls on your stories, which was so helpful. I know Rach was on that call. So you have to have polls on the regular. Give people the opportunity to give their feedback, to interact with what you're doing, to know if they're like vibing with you or not. That's how you start knowing who to talk to, who to reach out to, who to connect with. Okay? And if you only make your posts about yourself, it's going to get kind of boring. And I know we all get in our heads of like, I'm boring. I don't have much to share. That's bullshit. And that's a story you're telling yourself because you all are amazing and you have so many unique things. You need to get on a mentor call with your mentor and talk through that because that's just a limiting belief you have repeating in your head. Okay. All right. Number 7, create raving fans. This is one of my all-time favorites. If you haven't noticed, I love being in our community. I love asking questions. I love creating energy and excitement because that's what's kept me here. So when someone signs up for us, we're not like a makeup business. It's not here's your lipstick and goodbye. When the sale happens with someone, that's when we start someone's journey and how we take care of them. So if you signed up someone in the last month, do you know if they've made a shake out of their Shakeology bag yet? Do you know what recipe they've made and if they like it or not? Do you know if they've hopped on Zoom or even how to do that? So one of the things I like to do, and it takes time, but it's important and it sets them up for success. I get on Zoom with my girls when they sign up and I walk them through Body. Here's what I like to use on the mindset tab. Here's how I get on Zoom. And I screen share with them on Zoom and I walk them through like this is a program I would suggest. You should try this simple workout and this simple workout this week. Really make it an experience that you're supporting them. We're customer service representatives. Another thing is celebration. People are not recognized. Like in your job, when's the last time you got anything recognition wise? I got a 1-year recognition gift, which was a coffee mug with a $15 Starbucks gift card. I don't drink coffee and I don't drink Starbucks, which is wonderful. You know, I'll use it for something else and it's the thought that counts. But like, okay, in the last 365 days, that was the only thing, right? It's kind of like, wah, wah. What we can do though as a team, and why I do challenges every single month, is because people like to be appreciated, right? When's the last time you sent a card to someone in the mail? I like to send out an energized sample to even people that I'm like talking to, just to kind of expose them to what we do and how we do it. If you have a new challenger sign up, I send them a card thanking them for trusting me with their journey. It takes extra effort, but it's memorable and they stick with me. Doing a little Instagram recognition, because then they'll tag and all their friends will see that they're starting a new journey and start watching them. It sets them up to be a partner. So the team trackers are really, really, really powerful. And they seem redundant or repetitive or annoying, but guess what? Everyone watching my stories sees that my journey is not just about me. It gives me the opportunity to share someone else's story that I'm working with, and not just reshare Alice's tracker, but actually explain what her non-scale victory was this week. Maybe take a minute and share, you know, Rachel's 1 year postpartum and she's traveling in the mountains. Like Megan tagged me from Greece and you know I blew that up. Like you can bust objections with having opportunities to tag. So it's showing that we're a part of something bigger than ourselves. And especially when you don't have a team yet, okay, of your own, it's a great way that we should all be tagging each other. So that's your permission slip. If you do anything on social media with all of each other, tag each other every day in your Energize or your sweaty selfie or your tracker, because it shows people that you are a part of something bigger than yourself. So I'm telling you right now, in August, our challenge will be cheers to 10 years. So every day your Energize or your shake can be a boomerang, because it's going to be fun. And, you know, I got to make things fun. So creating raving fans is really just, you can do whatever you want to do. But I just find when we do things together and we make it fun, it makes it that someone wants to be a part of it. And it takes down the fear of sharing on social media, because you're already getting them to do it even before they're a partner, if that makes sense. All right, I got to keep moving so I stay on time. Upgrade to the team. So in the chat, how are you invited to be a partner? Were you invited multiple times? Did you say no? What made you say yes? Like, how long did it take you? Whatever your story was of becoming a partner, guess what? That's how most of your partners are going to start. And I guarantee most of you were probably invited multiple times. You probably said no at least once, if not maybe more than 3 to 5 times. And it takes multiple reminders of people to show that they could do what we do. Okay. It's the same thing with challengers. You're going to get no, not right now. But this is a gift. So it's not my decision to say, well, you know, Allie doesn't want to build a business and she told me no for 3 months, so I'm never going to ask her again. Can you imagine if I didn't keep asking Allie, like how much that would, like, what? That like hurts my heart, you know? So when you have a new challenger coming on, Erin talked about this process in step 7. On day 10, she simply says, girlfriend, you're loving this program, you're getting great results. Would you be interested in sharing this with others? Keep it stupid simple. And expect them to say, yeah, that sounds great, but maybe in the future. Or, yeah, tell me more about it. Then you can ask them to join a partner preview call, because you know we do that every single month, and listen in. That's a resource you have that you don't have to do anything for besides show up. So, for example, you also never know why someone might say yes to being a partner. I did not think that Megan Hammond would ever want to do this, okay? But she made the ultimate choice to be a partner because she wanted the accountability. which I never really like thought about in my head, to be honest. I mean, that's always been the baseline of my business, but now she's dropped 25 pounds and she came to Summit. Like, that's massive. So don't take your fears of, I don't know if someone would want to do this, away from giving them the opportunity to say yes. Invite to the team. So here's a good one. When's the last time you talked about the business opportunity? And maybe for some of you, since you're new, you've never done that. So a great way to do that is to screenshot when we share our payday explanation or like celebrations and showcase what's going on in your team and showing each week that someone's getting a paycheck and this is what they're putting it towards and this is what it means for their family. Typically for me, on the first half of the month, I'm advertising challenge group. I'm talking everything challenge group. Second half, I'm talking business. So you know that there's a partner preview call every month. That's a easy thing for you guys to invite to. Thinking about sharing the opportunity, I like to ask myself, what has elevated in my life since becoming a partner? Who are you now versus you without BODi? And for some of us, that's hard to like remember because we've been doing this for so long. So it's really great to get on a mentor call and talk about that. So you're reminded how far you've come and what you used to think and all those things. But guys, we get paid to help people. Your income is a reflection of your impact, and your business grows as much as you grow. So if you are stuck in a place where things aren't moving forward like you want them to, you have to take a different approach to your own growth. And I hate hearing that sometimes because I really just, it's like, it hits you, but it's the truth. You're only going to get more obstacles and more challenges as you become a leader. And Rachel and Allie will tell you this because you deal with more people and you hear more excuses and you have more no's because we just invite more, we talk more, we connect with more people. So it's really important for you to grow yourself so that you can help other people grow. You can share anything up to $500 that you've bought with your BODi income. And then otherwise you can share it as like, this is helping me work towards this goal. But always, always, if you're sharing anything money-wise, please use the BODi income disclaimer. And remember that everyone starts at zero. So if you're just a new partner, share the vision of what you're working towards. Like, hey, I want to earn this first $100 to take my kids to the amusement park on me, right? Like that's so relatable to other moms. And be proud that you're working towards that and why it's important to you. Because everybody's why is different, but the audience that you speak to is just like you. So duplicating your success. I will tell you that no goal I've ever hit in this business when I've done it by myself. I've always said when we hit elite and when we hit premier, I want to walk across that stage with 5 other leaders. I don't want to just do it myself. Allie and I, it's not fun to go on vacations with just ourselves. I mean, I love her and we love doing them, but it's like, I want everyone there. Like we want a whole big team on the beach doing photos because that's just more fun. So how to duplicate your success is getting on mentor calls regularly because I haven't built this business myself. I've plugged into mentors, I've plugged into coaches, I've plugged into other partners on this team to get on power hours regularly. Are you doing that on a regular basis? Being on team calls, you guys pat on your back because you're doing it right now. But are you asking to lead a team call? Are you offering feedback of like, hey, I'd really love to learn more about this? We love hearing that from y'all because it helps us give you what you need. So I kind of shared, you can't do it alone and you have to track what you're doing. If you don't have a tracker, you have to get one after this call. There's the BODi tracker in the Coach Online office. There is Excel sheets I'm happy to send you that I already have set up. Or if you're a paper and pen person, that's fine too. But you have to track what you're doing. Like, do you know how many invites you sent this week? I'm hearing silence. I'm seeing eyes, right? Because if you aren't at your goals yet, you can be able to look at the action you've took because you've tracked it. And then when you get on a mentor call, we can look at how to adjust what's happening. And sometimes it's just in your head, like you're just too deep in the thoughts of nobody wants to sign up with me and nobody's answering me and blah, blah, blah in the rabbit hole. But sometimes it's, oh, you sent 5 invites this week and you expect 3 people to say yes. Like the numbers just don't align. You have to be inviting more, right? So your business grows as you grow and you have to be tracking it. So what do you do now? This is all great. And we all completed the 10-step plan, but what do we do next now? We don't just, well, see you later. I really suggest you guys start the 28-day plan next because you're ready for it and you have a next thing to go to. But you can't just start the next thing and not do anything in your business. So the 3 things that I suggest when you get off this call is make a list. Who do you want to help this month? Who do you want to invite? Who are you going to speak to the second you get off this call? And get your 10 in play set, okay? Even if you've never talked to them yet, just get a paper and pen and put those names down. I promise you they come to fruition when you write them down. The second thing is time block and track your week. Winging it does not work in this business. It might for a month if you got a good groove going, but then it usually bites you in the ass because life happens and something that is unplanned or unexpected, it shoots you in the foot, and then you're at the end of the month and you feel like shit because you didn't hit your goals, and then you're mad, and then it's a cycle. We don't want to be that. Our business is bringing us joy when we are time blocking and tracking, and then we're unplugging. Like Ali said, she unplugs on Sunday, but it's because she did the work the other 5 to 6 days a week. And then the last thing you guys need to do is you need to schedule a call with your mentor. I don't care if you are already at your goals this month or not. Everybody needs a mentor call. We will give you time if you are doing the work. So don't be getting on a mentor call and saying, well, I don't know what to do. I'm not at my goal. Right? Like, come to the mentor call if these are the things I'm struggling with. This is the goal I want to hit. Can you help me? It doesn't mean that you need to be at your goals to get a mentor call. I'm not saying that, but bring conversations to the table. Start your post tonight when you get off the call. This is a gift, guys. This opportunity, I don't know where I would be. Like it gets me emotional thinking about it. This business saved me last year. And I hope that you guys all know how special it really is. Like, it's such a gift to give this to someone and breathe belief into them and see people just like flourish into the people that you know they can be. Like, that's the most beautiful part of this journey. So who cares if someone told you no? Who cares if someone said, I'm never joining your team? Who cares about any of that? What matters is that you know the vision that you want to build. You are a part of something special on this team, and every single one of you has big dreams that you can accomplish, and they will take time and they will take growth and they will take hard work, but it's going to be so fulfilling when you do it. So, any last questions? Did I like fire up your night and make you not want to go to sleep now and do all the things? That's what we always happen. Okay. Well, if you haven't already, take your photo that you were here. I want you to share your vision tonight and tag the team of where you're going and why you're doing this, and share it in maybe a way you haven't done before, because people don't know what you're building and what they're saying yes to unless you tell them. So I love you guys. Your challenge after this call, make a list, schedule your mentor call, and get your tracker in. Cool? All right, guys. I'll see you first thing in the morning. I love you. Thank you for being here, and partner preview next Sunday.